Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about this game. Can you see the name on here? I'm not great with blues and greens. I really can't see it, but it's called the Chameleon. This game was sent to me for free so I could show it to you. This game is kind of interesting. It's a little bit tricky to figure out how to play. It says the game is for ages 14 and over. I think a younger player could play it, but it might take a little bit of training and explaining how it works. It plays between 3 and 8 players. Could you play it with more? There's probably a way you could. So in each round, you're going to hand out these random blue cards, and most of them have an array on the back that show you the solution to something, and one of them says you are the chameleon. So in each round, everybody's going to randomly get one of these cards, and you don't tell somebody what you got. You're going to roll 2 dice, a yellowish green one and then an 8-sided blue one. And that's going to determine the code. So we got 1 on the green, so we would go here, and 2 on the blue. So we go down here, and our code is A2. So there will be a category card in the middle. I would look on this category card and see A2 means Transformers, the movie Transformers. So everybody who has a card, including the chameleon, after you roll the dice, you're going to be looking at this. Now, the chameleon is going to be pretending that they know which space they're supposed to be looking at. Everybody else really knows. When the game is ready to begin, the first person gives a clue as to the movie. Maybe you don't want to make the clue too obvious, because you don't necessarily want people to be able to guess, but it has to be some kind of clue. So let's say I would say cars. And then the next person gives a clue. Well, when it gets to the chameleon, they have to give a clue also. And so they're going to base it on what they've heard other people say and try to guess something. So then they might say trucks, because they heard me say cars, and they might have heard other things, and so they're going to guess something. At the end of the round, after everyone has given a word that's a clue, then the discussion begins. The discussion is to try to figure out who the chameleon is. So of course the chameleon is going to join in on this discussion because you want to not guess them. Everybody talks about, and they say, well, he said trucks, and I really don't think there's any trucks in Transformers, so I'm thinking he might be the chameleon. Everybody discusses, decides who the chameleon is. If you did figure out who the chameleon is, they haven't lost yet, because then they get one chance to guess which word it was. If they can guess which word it was, then they win. If they can't guess it and you figured out who the chameleon was, then the rest of you win. It's not so much of a points keeping game. It's more of a social game. So kind of fun, depending on the topics. We were playing last night, and we had a couple of older people playing with us, and they didn't necessarily know all of the movies on here. And so it made it a little trickier. So I would say playing with a group of people that are similar in age range or similar in life experience might help the game. Also, just choosing your categories to suit your crowd would help as well. But it was really fun. I will say my 23-year-old daughter left the game saying, I am going to take this. She's going on a road trip with some friends. She said, I'm going to take this because I think my friends would really enjoy this. So it was a fun and different game.